computing, ethics, and society. We are still in chapter 8, errors, failures, and risks, and we're gonna go through a case study. This case study is the Therac 25. First of all, let's get a brief summary about this case study. Massive overdoses of radiation were given. The machine said no dose had been administered at all. It caused a painful injuries and death of 3 patients. This case is very important to study. This is to avoid repeating errors. Actually, the manufacturer, the computer programmers, and the hospitals or the clinics all have some responsibility. Now, let's talk about the problems in the design of the software. Actually, the software and design include these following problems: reused software from older systems, unaware of bugs in the previous software, weaknesses in design of the user interface, inadequate test plan, bugs and some problems in the software or in the code of the software. This include the following: it allowed beam to deploy when table not in proper position, and ignored changes and corrections operators made at console. So, why so many incidents? There are many incidents because, first, the hospitals had never seen such massive overdoses before. The hospital were unsure of the cause. The second reason regarding the manufacturer. Manufacturer said that the machine could not have caused the overdoses and no other incidents had been reported, and this was not really true. Also, the manufacturer made changes to the turntable and claimed they had improved safety after the second accident, and the changes did not correct any of the causes identified later. Moreover, recommendations were made for future changes to enhance the safety. The manufacturer did not implement them. Then the FDA declared the machine defective after the 5th accident. Finally, the 6th accident occurred while the FDA was negotiating with the manufacturer on what changes were needed. Now, let's see some observations and perspective of this case. Minor design and implementation errors usually occur in complex systems. They are to be expected. The problems in the Therac 25 case were not minor and suggests irresponsibility. Accident occurred on other radiation treatment equipment without computer controls when the technician either, for example, left a patient after treatment, or when the technician did not properly measure the radioactive drugs, or when the technician confused microcuries and millicuries. Now, after that, try to discuss these questions with your classmate. If you were a judge who had to assign responsibility in this case, how much responsibility would you assign to the programmer, manufacturer, and the hospital or clinic using this machine? Try to think about that. This is the end of the lecture. See you next lecture and goodbye.